What is going on, fellas? And welcome back to the Prem or Bust with Brentford. It is me, Foggy Plays. You should probably already know that. This is potentially the final episode of the series. We might be after getting promoted already. We might be coming into the final game of the season, potentially getting promotion, or maybe we're going to be playing in the playoffs tomorrow. You don't know. I know which options are available to us, but it's all going to be, leave your comments down below right now. Which do you think it is? Do you think we've already sealed promotion, finishing in the top two? Do you think we're going to be going into this game potentially getting promotion if results go our way? Or do you think we're stuck playing in the playoffs? Well, obviously, because the date, you'll know that we're playing the last game of the league, the regular league season. And just said I'd start in the screen because a couple of agents don't like me. Like Luke Daniels, our ex-goalkeeper, doesn't like me, because I did, to be fair. Ousted him pretty much the day we arrived. And Scott Parker doesn't like me because I talked shit about him to the media. What are you going to do? If you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like. That would be delightful. Subscribe if you haven't as well. That would be fantastic. And as I said, comment down below which of the options do you think it is. We have had a little bit of a interesting situation since we were here last. Henrik Dalsgaard wanted to leave, so he's off to Leuven in Belgium for a potential 7 million. Makes no difference to us because we're not going to be here to get it. Norgard wants to leave because he didn't get enough games after he came back from his injury. Copenhagen and Metz offered to buy him, didn't offer enough money. But we have signed a player, Musa Silla, Musa Silla, Musa Silla. He's played one game, came off the bench. Not really done an awful lot. According to whichever scout it was that he popped up, I think it was the chief scout, he was like a 4-star current ability, 5-star potential player. And I was looking at it going, he's not. But we could do with like the extra players up front. Signed him. He's fine. He would be a really good player in the future, I would imagine. Not when we're trying to guarantee promotion. I'm going to keep you on tender hooks, waiting for the reveal of where we are in the league. So since you were here last, we went and lost to West Brom. We scored in 95th minute consolation goal, really. West Brom were just better than us. Then we went and smashed Reading. Oh, we smashed Reading. Mbulo scored an absolute peach of a goal. Troy Parrott, Matthias Jensen and Marcus Force all scoring. Unfortunately, Mbembo picked up an injury in that game. And it just kind of, he hasn't really come back since. Then we drew 2-2 with Wigan. And oh, this was so painful of a draw. We were 2 up, cruising, and then they just came back into it in the second half. Just Michael Jacobs scored an equaliser in the 87th minute, and I almost cried because results were perfect on the day, and then we threw it away. Then we played Charlton. Matthias Jensen scored, and Henri Xavier came back into the team. Hadn't played for a while. Smashed home a 45-minute winner. And the second half, basically nothing happened. Then against Derby, Wayne Rooney scored twice from corners. We just didn't seem to have the measure of him. But our right back absolutely scored a screamer. It was just unfortunate that nobody else wanted to play football that day. Then against Preston, this game was mental. It was mental. They were 2-1 up. Or they were 3-1 up. And then we went 3-2 at half time. And then towards the end of the game, we just decided we just start scoring. No, they were 3-2 up at half time. And then we decided in the second half, we might as well just start scoring some goals. They did have a player sent off for a second yellow. But Eboa scored twice from corners because Pontus Jansson has been suspended for the last 2 games, and he's suspended again today. But then against Stoke, for some reason, Felix Eboa scored again. By the way, Felix Eboa no longer wants to leave the squad because of our recent upturn in form. He was happy to stay, and then Rico came off the bench and scored an absolute worldie of a goal. So, because Henri Xavier, of course, wasn't having a great game and smashed it. It was delightful. But today we're playing Barnsley, 21st in the league, could potentially get relegated today, and we could potentially get automatic promotion. QPR have won the league somehow. They were expected to finish 12th. Was it? Okay, but they're up to 9th now. They were expected to finish 12th. But yeah, we're guaranteed at least 3rd. Who's our second best player? We've Jensen and Pontus Janssen and Jensen. But yeah, we are guaranteed at worst 3rd place. QPR, like I said, already guaranteed promotion. They've won the league. Results just like if we go back to that Wigan game where we drew at Wigan. So we drew at Wigan. Blackburn beat Leeds and QPR lost to Middlesbrough. So had we beaten Wigan that day, we could have still been in with a chance of winning the league today. Then again, we did lose the next game, or 2 games later to Derby. So, relegation-wise, it's an interesting little tidbit. Hull, Birmingham, Barnsley and Stoke can all still get relegated. So, kind of keeping an eye on this as well, but this is most important. If we draw and Leeds win, I am pretty sure we've won the league. They beat us 2-1, but we beat them 4-1 earlier in the season. 3-2. Okay. Maybe we just win the game. Maybe we just beat Barnsley. Doesn't sound that hard, does it? I think beating Barnsley would be an easy job. We have beaten them previously, and all they have to play for is avoiding relegation. Who wants to avoid relegation? I hope Forest win their game, because Barnsley then will just be like, oh, we've nothing to play for. But this is how we're going lining up. We're going back to what won us the Euros with France, and what I spent so long playing with Hertha in my Hertha Hero save. If you haven't watched it, it's a fantastic episode. Fantastic series. But we are starting with Raya as our goalkeeper, Rayoslav and Henry as our wingbacks. Henry has had some interest in him from Everton and now Newcastle. Felix Eboa, who's wanted by Huddersfield and Leganés. Pinnock alongside him because the aforementioned Janssen is suspended. Matthias Jensen and Rico are starting in central midfield. Rico, like I said, had an absolute whirly of a game in the last one when he came off the bench. I'm going to give him the chance to start today and see how he gets on. Mbembo is back from his injury. I think this is his second start since his injury. Ollie Watkins starts on the other side because he's had a bit of an upturn in form recently, which is delightful. Parrott and Amin Guiri starting up front. Interesting, I suppose, having Force sitting on the bench, our top goal scorer for the final game of the season. I don't know. Players that miss out. Notable miss, I suppose, Marcondes has been ever present this year. Jack Byrne missing out as well, a little disappointing. Gelhardt just kind of fell out of the team, and it's really unfortunate. But Willock is going to be on the bench today, and Rakic, who played in he came off the bench in the last game, I think, and played right back for a short period of time. Looked decent. He has started a couple of games now. He got called up by Ireland. Himself and Troy Parrott both played against Spain and Portugal, I think it was. Troy Parrott had a decent game against Portugal. I think he scored in it. But we are going into this game knowing we just have to win. Just win the game and we're fine. So pick up where you left off. They're 20th. Finances wise, we do need. I'm going to say about I was hoping that telling them to do it for the media would help, but it hasn't. I'm going to tell strikers I expect goals. They're not overly happy about that. Yeah, we are struggling ever so slightly financially. Felix Oboe hits the woodwork. I did consider changing so that it was Pinnock getting on the end of the corners, but the last couple of games, Felix Oboe has been scoring from them. So why would I change anything to do with that? Gets it all the way back to Rhea. I really did want to play Gunnarsson for this game, but I kind of want to win the game as well. So I might as well play the keeper who's been the best goalkeeper in the league this year, rather than a guy who's not really had many opportunities. And Rayoslev, what a tackle to win the ball back. He's picked up the ball again. Oboa punts it forward. Amenguiri gets on the end of it, and their keeper just manages to get a punch in it. We're only 4 minutes in. We are playing on key highlights, right? We are. Guiri picks up the ball on the wing, and Macaulay Woodrow, for some reason, is playing very, very deep. Interesting. It's now we're 20 minutes in. Not a whole lot has happened in the last 10 minutes. Order to Brown. Oh, Brown order. Oh, okay. I thought Rayoslav was going to get booked. Might still do, but as it is right now, he's not going to get booked at the moment. And Woodrow puts that one just ever so slightly wide. This is fine. It'll pop up over here. Charlton have taken the lead against Leeds. Pinnock heads it away. Amenguiri picks it up. Charges down the left wing. Amenguiri rides the tackle, gets it across, and Troy Parrott, 9th goal of the season, 4th in the league. I think I think this is his 30th league game for us. He's not scored many games. He's not scored too many goals, but he has been playing as the complete forward, and he's been kind of setting everyone else up. So I'm not going to hold that against him. I'm kind of curious how many. His 5th goal in 30 league games. Rayoslav has a long throw. Gets it across. And Ethan Pinnock, his 2nd of the season. Our centre-backs are goal scorers. Who needs a striker when you've got centre-backs who are just going to score all the goals for you, huh? Pontus Jansson has 11. Pinnock has 2 now. Felix Oboa has 6 goals this year. Yeah, 6 goals this year. Our centre-backs just score all our goals. It is fantastic. And they're all so tall. Oboa almost does it again. Rather disappointingly, Wigan are going to miss out on the playoffs because Blackburn are guaranteed in the last game that they had enough points to stay in. Ollie Watkins not having a great game. Rico, a big jump so much before this game. You've not really done an awful lot. But he doesn't need to. Because we're winning. It looks like Leeds are still losing in their game. And QPR are winning in theirs. Dougal all the way back to Collins. Go on, Troy. Get up there. No? Okay. We did concede a rather interesting goal in one of the games. And Barnsley have quite the opportunity. And they are very unfortunate to miss that one. It was Rhea kicked the ball at Pinnock. Not to Pinnock, at Pinnock. And then I think it was against Preston. I'm pretty sure it was Preston. And Shawnee Maguire just pounced onto the ball and just ran away. Scored. We're going to take Ollie Watkins off. And Rico Henry's picked up an injury. Bring on Tommy Hoban to play at left back. Ben Rama is going to come on for our boy Ollie Watkins. Just because Ollie's not been all that good. And it looks like, kiss of death, looks like we're going to be in the Premier League next season. Not us, but Brentford. Brentford will go into the Premier League next season. And I might jump forward a year and say, oh, okay, yeah, no, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about it. Shh, we're not talking about it. We're not No, we're not going into the Premier League. We're definitely... Oh, no, it's just... Oh, God. What have I done? All right, demand more. Come on, lads. Rico, you are playing so very poorly. Why did I say you were doing really well before? Why? Why would I do this? I know FM listens. Oh, do I bring on Save or do we bring on Matty Willock? I'm bringing on Willock. The Gillingham reject, who we brought in, gets to play in the final game of the season. The most important game he's played in this year. Go out and show me that... Oh, God. It looks like Stoke are leading in their game. Raya. To Pinnock. Raya. I'm surprised Pinnock is open to having Raya having the ball, because he does have a tendency to just kick it at him really, really hard. Tommy Hoban just ran the ball and then overran it, and then Mbembo just puts it wide. We've had 22 shots. Yeah, I can't shout at the lads. Tommy Hoban, big throw to Guiri, but Guiri's very short, and Matthias Jensen boots it over. Also, update on Matthias Jensen just before the game finishes. Has now got 25 assists. So he's had 6 assists since we were here last. And we've done it. We've gotten Brentford into the Premier League. Get in. Troy Parrott, man of the match. As you would. Irishman comes on. Does the business. Barnsley do get relegated, obviously, because they lost the game. Happy days. Played well, boys. Well done. Yeah, well done. Into the Premier League. It's fantastic. Troy Parrott, you did a fantastic job today. I'm not going to make any like signings, but I am going to quit because we've only got promoted to the Premier League, lads. We could do what Brentford couldn't do in real life, and we've got them promoted. 38 million for next season. Oh, we're 8 million in debt. They're just like, here, have a whole bunch of money. Have it just all the money in the world, huh? Plays praised by Brentford faithful. Dean Holdsworth, is it? Dean? Yeah, Dean Holdsworth. Delighted with life. Yeah, we've been promoted, lads. Get in. Strong spell of form around January, which ultimately led to our promotion. Rico Henry's out for 3 days. That's fine, whatever. Am I like favoured personnel now, or am I like? Imagine if I went straight to Club of Legend. No. I got the lads promoted. They're talking about how great I am, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, but you're not that good." Like, it's happy performed. Yeah, so happy. Win promotion to the Premier League 1 year ahead of schedule. Troy Parrott gets man of the match. Delightful. Everyone is so very, very happy. And what I'm going to do now is going to jump ahead to see which of the 4 teams, or in the playoffs, which team is going to be joining us in the Premier League next season. So we will be back in just a second for that. So as you can see, Leeds have somehow managed to make it through. They were so very close to getting knocked out. If you go back to the semi-finals, they won the second leg 5-0 against Reading, but they lost 3-0 in the first leg. I thought they were gone. And then Fulham lost to Blackburn on penalties. And then in the final, as I said, Leeds beat Blackburn. This is the Leeds team that were led by Gordon Strachan, because Bielsa left for Valencia. So that's when their season fell apart, when Bielsa left. But that is the end of the championship season. We have had our end of season awards. I didn't bother recording it because why would I? We're going to... No, that's not the right one. Training camp. I decided to go to Ireland. They wanted to go to the Algarve, and I said, no, Ireland. We're going to Ireland. Expectations. End of season awards. Matthias Jensen, obviously. Won. Best player. He was fantastic. And he also won Young Player of the Season. I still find it strange that a 24-year-old can win Young Player of the Season, but alas, that is not my job. Ben Rama doesn't make it into the team of the season and then demanded a new contract. Interesting. Jensen with 25 assists was exceptional. Pontus Jansson, 16 yellow cards. The enforcer we want is Pontus Jansson, Matthias Jensen. Those two should really be playing in the Premier League in this game because they are so very good. But that's the end of our time at Brentford. Speaking of, we're going to pop up to the champions, the Premier League. Newcastle, Palace and Watford have all been relegated. That's disappointing for them. But interesting. Solskjaer sacked by Man United because they failed to do what was expected of them, I guess, and qualify for the Champions League. Liverpool didn't have a great season. Man City ended up losing one game all season to Liverpool. So, that's kind of what you'd expect. Norwich having an awful lot better of a season in FM than they did in real life, finishing 10th. So, congratulations to Norwich. You survived this time. Everton, or Tottenham, I think, are annoyed with Mourinho for finishing 6th. But, all in all, decent season. Watford, Crystal Palace, Newcastle, all unfortunately go down. But the main thing to take from this is we're the second best team in the league. And we're going to jump ahead one season in the next episode and see how Brentford do in the Premier League. Like I said, I'm not doing any transfers. They're going to leave them have their 38 million, 35 million, whatever it is. It's meant to be 38. But they can have it, see what they do with it, and we'll see you back here for that in the next episode. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Share with all of your friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!